Now I'm on to the dreaded third movie in the Urban Legends set, Urban Legends Bloody Mary, which takes the series in a supernatural aspect for the third entry. Similar to the I Know What You Did Last Summer series, but this one, in a plot twist, I really kind of like the third entry in this series. It's one that I've seen a couple of times, and do you know, I think after the first one is probably the one I appreciate next most. You know, you've got Mary Lambert directing, you've got Kate Mara starring in this one. It feels a little bit like Prom-Night 2 with some of the aspects. We get a flashback to an indeterminate time. It's hard to tell when it really was. It's a prom night. You get some jocks playing some tricks on some women, some really devilishly mean tricks. One kind of escapes their clutches. The guy chases her down, knocks her out. She's got a bloody gash in her head. He hides the body, not realising that Mary is still alive and she's left to have a horrible death. Jump a number of years, I think it's 30, and we're introduced to Kate Mara's character, who is Samantha Owens, and she is in a similar situation at the start of this. She's avoiding prom with her two friends. She's having a kind of sleepover. It's a kind of fun-ish scene, and then all of a sudden we kind of jump to the morning where they have disappeared after calling on Bloody Mary, and we discover that they had been drugged and abandoned by the jocks, much like was going to happen to Mary and her friends in the opening scene. And we have these horribly toxic kind of jock guys getting their revenge at the hands of a supernatural entity. Well, Kate Mara has images of Bloody Mary and is trying to figure out what happened to her. So it's quite a good setup. Now, it's not an original setup, but I kind of like the way that it's portrayed. You've got somebody investigating a murder that happened in the past, trying to piece together who were the jocks involved, as we see their children being picked off by this Bloody Mary character. Some of it's kind of goofy, some of it is genuinely kind of creepy. I like it. The CG can be pretty awful at times, but it was out in 2005, and a low budget movie then didn't have the ability to create really great special effects, and it's quite apparent now. The twist of the reveal near the end of the movie is kind of foreshadowed very early on and doesn't really come as a real surprise, but I genuinely liked a lot of the characters that we have on our journey. I liked Samantha. I thought she was a great character. I like her brother as well, and some of the characters that they bump into that are really kind of fun along the way. The kind of gruesome deaths that happen to these people are really kind of fun, and there is a playful nature to them as well. There is a scene with one of the jocks who is in a motel, who does a few things that could possibly lead to his demise in various urban legends that we've heard. And it kind of teases you as to which one is finally going to pick this character off. You know he's going to die. It's just how is it going to do it? And Lambert, as the director, creates some fun sequences where you're never quite sure who or what is going to get him. I like Bloody Mary. I think it's a really interesting movie. It's one that is really maligned because it doesn't fit in with the rest of the Urban Legends movies. But I kind of like that it broke away from that and has its own certain identity. Sure, it may not be the most original and it may be a little tropey along the way, but I have a genuine affection for this movie. I think the performances are pretty great. I think the direction is pretty sound. I think the story may be a little unoriginal and the CG is poor at certain points, but ultimately I had a lot of fun with this movie. I really enjoyed going back to it, and I was really surprised. I think it's the third time I've watched this one, and I can easily see me watching this again. Whereas in the Somerset, I will never watch the third entry of that. I could see myself picking up Bloody Mary and watching it every now and again. It's just a fun kind of movie. I'd love to know your thoughts on Urban Legends Bloody Mary. Let me know in the comment box. Am I the only person that really likes this film? Let me know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time on Man v Film.